Why did I write the book, Restoring Honor in Washington, D.C.? I wrote this because I want to begin a dialogue about what it means to have virtuous people in D.C., at state, at the federal level, in Congress, in the Senate, and the President of the United States. What it takes to legally mandate basic standards of ethics inside of our federal government. And you can do that because in our founding fathers felt that having people of virtue and ethic in DC were so important that literally George Washington said that virtue or morality is the necessary spring of popular government. In other words, virtue and morality, being virtuous and being moral in government, is like water to live. Benjamin Franklin, only virtuous people are capable of freedom. Our government, in order to create freedom, must be filled with people who believe in honor and virtue. If they don't, they take it away, like what we're experiencing. How you resist that is you make certain the people who are in Washington are ethical people. The good news is like what the book defines, is there are 6 concepts of how what we can do to create honor by law, by both legislation in Congress, and even us outside of the government could do through through the courts by upholding equal protection under the law and forcing people who hold public office to have to pass criminal background checks like all of us do, which is kind of surprising that they don't. The reason why they don't is because of the swamp, and the swamp allows them to do that. The swamp also allows them to avoid things like security checks for depending on the level of position that they have as an elected official, but they're able to avoid doing that because of how the swamp turned all of this into. Then there is these things like the lessons that were learned after the Civil War with the 14th Amendment, Section 3, where it's 2/3 to form the government. And the reason why you want 2/3 to form the government is because you already have the 2/3 to be able to remove someone from government if they've committed clearly crimes. And the final one, and this is the simplest one, is Article 2, Section 4, the impeachment clause, is simply to hold that if you are convicted of a felony in a court of law, that that should equal being convicted by the Senate, and meaning you cannot hold public office. That if you are, but you obviously should be able to get all the appeals that you need, and to make certain that that conviction was not politically motivated, and you do that simply by the appeals process up to the Supreme Court. Those are the legal foundations. And the reason that you might want to buy this book, and that I hope that you will, is because this begins the dialogue and to get people engaged. And I hope to be able to use that if there's enough money made by the raising of the selling of the book, to hire the law firms to be able to do these fights, to be able to fight for equal protection under the law, that virtue, because that virtue can wipe out a lot of the swamp, and also to enforce the basic standard of the impeachment clause that says convicted felons can't hold public office. Thank you very much. I hope you